incarcerated transgender woman, Demi Minor, impregnates 2 inmates at New Jersey prison. A transgender woman behind bars at a New Jersey women's prison impregnated 2 fellow inmates, prompting officials to move her to a different facility, a report revealed Saturday. They used the word her. Obviously, she has her twig and berries left and seems to be quite active as a man. That's the whole point of the story. He's genetically a man, able to procreate with a woman or 2 women, but the newspaper is still calling him her. I'll read more. Demi Minor, 27, was moved last month from the Edna Mahan Correctional Facility for Women to the Garden State Youth Correctional Facility, a prison for young adults in Burlington County, a New Jersey Department of Corrections spokesman told NJ.com. Minor, who is serving a 30-year sentence for manslaughter, is in a vulnerable unit in the new facility where she is the only woman, the spokesman said. Oh, just manslaughter. Hey, sure, put him in with the girls. He killed someone, but he says he's a gal now. So put him in with women. They're in cages. They can't run or hide. He's obviously in close enough contact with them to impregnate them. Sure, that's safe. Is that consensual sex, by the way, or is it rape? Either way, what the hell is going on in prison? Look at this line from the story. She claimed guards denied her request to be strip searched by a female Department of Corrections officer. Laugh if you like, but that is how it goes here in Canada, too. A prisoner in Canada has the right to simply identify as a woman. I'm not saying to express as a woman. You can have a full beard, all your wedding tackle. To demand that a female prison guard do the strip search on you. What about the prison guard's rights? This isn't about equality anymore, is it? It wasn't for a very long time. How does it work, though, when everyone starts calling men women? I mean, what if describing someone as they actually are is important? Like this, just for one quick example. News release. Missing woman, Ryerson Avenue and Bathurst Street area, Isabella DeGrasse, 27. So if you actually wanted to find this person, who seems to be called Isabella DeGrasse, if this person is missing and you want to tell the public who to look for, why would you say missing woman? That is, if you're actually trying to find them, as opposed to show how exquisitely politically correct you are. He's got a full beard. Now, this person says he's a woman. He's obviously not. He might say he's a woman. He might even think he's a woman, believe it, but he is not a woman. And if you're trying to find this person, you probably shouldn't say it either. I'm no scientist, but I know that. Apparently, Joe Biden's new Supreme Court judge can't quite tell, though.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in this context.
So
I'm not a biologist.
The meaning of the word woman is so unclear and controversial that you can't give me a definition?
Senator, in my work as a judge, what I do is I address disputes. If there's a dispute about a definition, people make arguments, and I look at the law and I decide.
Well,
so I'm not.
The fact that you can't give me a straight answer about something as fundamental as what a woman is underscores the dangers of the kind of progressive education that we are hearing about.
So it's not quite for laughs anymore, is it? Not a laugh for the 2 women in a prison who were impregnated by a man in prison. Do you really think that was consensual? When you're locked in close quarters with a man who's a killer, is that really consensual? Oh, and here's news from the United States military. This will terrify China. Look at this. Exclusive. Army training says soldiers must shower with transgender persons of opposite sex. I'll read a bit. An Army training slide obtained by Breitbart News instructs soldiers to shower with transgender members of the opposite sex, even if they have not undergone a surgical transition. The slide says, quote, transgender soldiers are not required or expected to modify or adjust their behavior based on the fact that they do not match other soldiers. You will, though, or you'll be fired from the Army if you don't submit to this. The training slides warn soldiers that violations of equal opportunity policies may result in disciplinary actions under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, and that equal opportunity policies, quote, apply to working, living, and recreational environment on and off post during duty and non-duty hours. You're being told to ignore the evidence of your own eyes. Look at this story in CNN, but it's everywhere. Transgender swimmer Lia Thomas nominated for NCAA 2022 Woman of the Year Award. That's a lie, of course. He's a fella. But it also serves to erase women, doesn't it? Lia Thomas, a genetic man who still has his penis, if I can say that word, has more rights than a woman. I mean, here's how. If you tell a woman she is not a woman, that's not a crime. That's not an offense. That's just rude. You're not going to get banned anywhere. If you call a woman not a woman, she has no rights other than to ignore you or laugh at you. But if you say that a man like Lia Thomas or that bloke the Toronto police were looking for or that killer in New Jersey jail, if you say that those men are not women, well, they have rights a real woman does not. You can get fined or jailed or fired or disciplined by the Army or whatever, banned from social media, of course. Men now have more legal and political rights than women to be called women. It's not funny. It's not sane. It was a joke briefly. Now it's the law. And if you're not against this, can you do me a favor? Don't ever call yourself a feminist. What you just saw was an excerpt from my nightly show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every weekday I do a monologue. Usually it's about half an hour. Then I interview an interesting guest, and then we read my hate mail or my fan mail, whichever is more fun. It's only available behind a paywall, though. That's how we pay our bills here at Rebel News. We don't take a dime from Justin Trudeau. But the good news is it's only $8 a month, about half the price of Netflix. And in addition to my nightly show, you also get weekly shows from 4 other friends here at Rebel News. So you're getting 36 shows a month just for $8. I think it's worth it. And even if you're not quite sure, do it anyways, because we rely on viewers like you to keep us free and independent. I promise you I'll never take a dime from Trudeau. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com and click subscribe. Thanks.